Werfel Luxuriate Hour.
Hey, this is me, Jen, on 94.3 Radio 1. It gives me immense pleasure to say that I have a brand new show every Thursday, 8 to 9, which is called the Werfel Luxuriate Hour. And we're going to do lots of fun things on the show tonight. The debutante guest on the show is Sujit Nair, a principal designer and founder of SDEG. I got that right, Sujit?
That's right, yes.
Good evening. Welcome to Drive Bangla. Hi.
Hi, thanks so much for having me on the show.
All right, so SDEG has won awards for both architecture and interiors in 2012, given the opportunity to exhibit at the Venice Architectural Biennale. While SDEG was also featured on CNBC's Young Turks in 2013, a show widely known to recognize emerging entrepreneurs. So thanks so much for joining us. Sujit, gives me immense joy to have you as my debutante guest on the Werfel Luxuriate Hour. How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling really good. I've never been the debutante on any show before, so this should be interesting.
All right, this is fun. I want to kickstart this conversation this hour by asking you about your design story. What is your design story? How are you what you are today?
So I'm going to try and make that as brief as possible. I started my design journey in 1995. Right out of school, I was heading to become an engineer like my dad, and then I decided to do an art course in between because he thought I might be good at it, and I didn't even know how to hold a pencil back then. And then that sort of changed my life, and I think I met Professor Solomon there, and he taught me starting from how to hold the pencil all the way to actually put up a really good piece of art. And then from there was no looking back for me. I decided to go to undergraduate school in Bangalore at BMS. Finished my undergrad there, went to the AA in London to do my master's. I worked for a really good office there called Zaha Hadid Architects. Got married to an architect, and then came back to Bangalore, worked with a star architect here called Kiran Venkatesh.
That's amazing, man. I mean, this year has been truly difficult, but I do know that a lot of people have been spending so much of time at home. So home is suddenly of a major essence in your life. Do you feel the shift in how people are somehow spending more time at home and thereby wanting their home to be as beautiful as possible? Feeling that pulse?
Yeah, so this is very interesting that you asked me because I'm actually helping out my immediate family members, stuff that I've never done before, set up little nooks within the house, a little study area maybe, redo their bedroom, and then that's at one end of the spectrum. At the other end of the spectrum, all the new big projects that we're doing, or if we're designing a home, they're asking us to reinvent, the functions a little bit, make sure that everyone's comfortable, and has their own workspace, has their own sort of little reading corner, and all the projects have enough sort of garden space. So yeah, there's a big shift in thinking, and everyone's really perhaps for the first time thought about working more efficiently.
That's amazing. Well, what I can say is it's different times, but it's also times that are showing us the true strength of character and resilience, right? So, us, it's associated with money, but, what is luxury according to you, Sujit?
So luxury for me is a sense of exclusiveness. The thing is, I'm always sort of questioning this. Should something really look luxurious or should it look classy? And I think these are two different terms for me. Luxury versus what is classy. So for me, I think luxury is about craftsmanship. It's about something that emerges from experimentation. It's about class. It's about a kind of discrete richness. And how well do I display this as a designer? I mean, for me, that's really when we are looking to do something that's luxurious in nature, in architecture or interiors, I'm always thinking, how well do I represent the client's aspirations, through the details?
Nice. I mean, there is a sort of understated class and minimalism being the new buzzword when it comes to life in general this year. What has luxury meant to you in 2020? I mean, with respect to how somebody gets their home done, has there been a shift in how people are looking at their homes now?
I think the sort of reality has hit us hard in so many different ways, right? I mean, it's so I think everyone sort of come to us slightly more modest appeals. So I think that really means that we are talking to them in very different tones now. They're no longer thinking of splurging. I think they're thinking of spending their money well, and spending it in the right areas. And then we are also, I think, guiding them through that whole process. It's become a new journey, I think, in that sense for them.
That is fantastic, man. I'm going to come back and talk to you some more. But final comment on, Zaha Hadid Architects, since you were there. They've recently revealed a design for skyscraper on world's most expensive site. Is there something which is like a parallel right here in Bangalore in India that you're working on, considering you understand that whole Zaha Hadid vibe?
I have to say that I haven't been as fortunate, but hopefully there will be a project like that for us soon. Zaha Hadid is, always ahead of the curve as far as cutting-edge architecture is concerned. I mean, they're unparalleled in that realm. Very interesting if they get an opportunity like that in India. And I'm always thinking, how are they? I don't think they've had the right opportunity here yet. And when they do, they are building, the Navi Mumbai airport. But I think when they have to put up a tower in Bangalore, for example, how are they really going to approach it? It's going to be interesting. And if I get that opportunity, how am I going to put it together? I don't know yet, really. I haven't figured that one out.
Sujit Nair, I'm sure, you've been doing this for many years and there's so many multiple projects that you're going to be working on in the future. We decided to also give in a little secret to you. We have a sort of a common background. Sujit, you want to tell everybody about that?
Oh, yeah, yes. It's nice to meet another musketeer. Is that how we sort of call ourselves?
Yeah. Both of us went to school in Muscat, different years, but it's really nice to catch up off air about that as well. But thanks so much for joining us in the Werfel Luxuriate Hour, a show that is all about beautiful homes and beautiful interiors. And yeah, the Werfel showroom in Banaswadi is quite fantastic. But anyway, Sujit, tell us, for anybody right now listening in who wants an exclusive home, what is your advice to them? Somebody maybe who is making their first home or their second home, but which is something very special. What are some of the tips you'd like to give?
So I think there must be some clarity on how they really want to express themselves through this home. And the second thing is to be a little open-minded. It's important that they also build with an architect, I think, at the outset. Not try to. I think it's important to have the right architect on board, because there are really very good architects around, talented guys who build homes, luxury homes, and many of them get it right too. But then all of them have their own language and their own sort of signature style. So it's important that the client sort of does the right research and picks the right architect, I think. And importantly, someone who will listen and spend your money wisely. Sort of the culmination of that in many ways. Not many people build more than two homes, for example. Some of them build only one home and one final home after working for many years. And I think it's important that they sort of work with the right guy. And the other thing is there's a sort of delicate balance between what is lavish and what is functionality, like we sort of briefly touched upon it before. A lavish home will take anything between 18 months to maybe 36 months, and that's a long time. And for that time, the architects really, pretty much like your doctor or your lawyer, you really have to spend a considerable amount of time with the architect and then sort of share all of your personal details, and then the architect sort of translating all of that into space and furniture and experiences. So I think I would sort of say that, this is the overall kind of process and journey that you must anticipate.
Absolutely. I mean, that is when, there's a combination of both of your interests that kind of culminate in your beautiful home, because you're going to live in it, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I think that, the best projects and the best homes are actually made through, the ideal collaboration with the architect and the client. I would hesitate to say that it's only the architect that makes a good building. It's also that it's a combined journey.
Absolutely. Well, your home is where your heart is, and right now more than ever, when you're making your home, you of course want to pour your soul into it. So working with the right architects and working with the right sort of people is super important. And this is Sujit Nair on the Werfel Luxuriate Hour. Now, Sujit, you've interacted with Werfel and associated with Werfel for your projects. How has your experience been with them, and what's been the sort of amalgamation of interests and passions in building better homes for people out there?
So I'm going to start this on a slightly more philosophical note. I've been part of Werfel's journey from the very start, and I know the effort that they put into to get to where they are right now. I know the guys who run the show, and what I like about is how dynamic they are, with the products that they put out, to work with architects and interior designers. And as a designer myself, I like products that keep evolving in their specs and the styling and the range, and the ability to keep up with rapidly changing trends and technologies. I think this is really important. And Wurfel's been able to do that. And that aside, they have a really good way to engage with the designer and the client. They have the right people working in the right positions. And they have so many of their showrooms, and it becomes really convenient for my clients to sort of say that it depends on which part of Bangalore they live. So, go hop into one of their stores nearby in your neighborhood, take a look at their products and come back to me, and then we'll go through this whole process together. And it's important because as they make this journey to a retail store or an experience center, I've always found that the store representatives have been able to please my clients, and then therefore it makes my job a lot simpler.
That's amazing. Well, it's great to actually start with a company like this, and I have been associated with them for quite a while, for 2 years actually. Before this, every single season we do something new, so I absolutely love their showroom and love the work that they do. Your final shout out to Bangalore tonight on the Wurfel Luxuriate Hour about the festive season coming in. A lot of people have saved a lot of money this year because people have been just in general a little conservative with their spendings. So someone who's making their home, what sort of a final tip would you like to leave them with on the show tonight?
If they're working with Wurfel, I think they don't have to worry because they're able to sort of match, because the range that they have, they're able to respond to any requirement and any budget. And I think this is critical because if you're not looking to spend a lot of money, they have a solution for that. If you're looking to spend your money well with the right materials and the right finishes, they're able to respond to that too. So they're able to sort of almost build the entire home with you in that sense. So you're sort of locked into one place and becomes an enjoyable process. I would sort of advise everybody out there who's looking to get a new kitchen or get a new set of wardrobes, replace their living room furniture, buy new furniture, and all of that to walk into a Wurfel store or go into their experience center at Wurfel Living and take a look at the stuff. And I'm pretty sure you'll be pleased.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight. It's awesome to say hello to a fellow musketeer, to somebody who's worked with Zaha Hadid, with someone who's right now in Bangalore and doing some fantastic work. All the best with everything you do. Keep it locked on 94.3 Radio 1. The rest of you, that was the first show of the Wurfel Luxuriate Hour on 94.3 Radio 1.